Raghu was a poor man living in a small village. Every day, he sat by the roadside, watching others go about their business. He often muttered to himself, "I'm poor. What can I do? Luck isn't on my side." This excuse became his shield against any challenge or opportunity. His friends and neighbors tried to encourage him. "Raghu, why don't you start a small business? Or learn a skill?" they suggested. He would always shake his head. "I'm too poor. I have nothing to start with. It's impossible." One day, an old man named Harry arrived in the village. Harry had once been a beggar but was now a respected businessman. Curious villagers gathered around him to hear his story. Raghu too joined the crowd, curious but skeptical. Harry began, "Many years ago, I was just like you. I had nothing, no money, no home, no hope. But I realized something. My greatest enemy wasn't poverty. It was my excuses. Every time I said, 'I can't,' I lost a chance to grow. One day, I decided to stop saying I can't and started asking, 'How can I?'" The villagers were captivated, but Raghu scoffed. "It's easy for you to say now. You probably had help." Hari looked directly at Raghu. "No one helped me at first. My first step was small. I started by collecting firewood and selling it. It wasn't much, but it was a start. From there I learned, grew, and built what I have today. Poverty didn't hold me back. My excuses did. The day I stopped making them, my life changed." Raghu felt a pang of shame, but dismissed it. Yet that night, Harry's words echoed in his mind. What if my excuses are the chains holding me down? The next morning, Raghu did something he had never done before. He approached a local farmer and asked, "Can I help you in the fields? I don't want much, just a chance." The farmer, surprised but pleased, agreed. Raghu worked hard that day, and for the first time he earned a small wage. It wasn't much, but it felt like a victory. Day by day, Raghu continued working, saving and learning. His excuses faded as his confidence grew. Over time, he started selling vegetables in the market, then opened a small stall. The villagers were amazed at his transformation. One day, Raghu stood in front of the same spot where he used to sit and complain. He smiled, remembering his old self. He finally understood. Poverty was never the real problem. His excuses were. Moral of the story: excuses are the real chains of poverty. Break them, and you can rise above any challenge.